Hey people, welcome to the Run Testers, and if you're in the market for some new running socks, then you've come to the right place, because in the next 15 minutes or so we're going to serve up 11 pairs of tried, tested and trusting running socks. These are the options that we turn to time and time again for training and racing. Now, no matter if you're chasing fast marathon times or you just enjoy getting out for general fitness and feeling good, a reliable pair of running socks is pretty mission critical when it comes to kit. It's an essential in your kit drawer. And while you don't have to spend loads to get a good pair, it does pay to hunt down running socks that are going to feel great on your feet, maybe even help ward off the blisters. If you've got happy feet, you're hopefully going to be a happy runner. Here at the Run Testers, we have tested probably hundreds of different socks from dozens of brands, big and small. And in this video, we've each picked our current favourites. All of the picks on our list deliver comfort and durability and can take hundreds of trips through the wash. So if you want to know which running socks and sock brands we turn to time and time again, watch on. For my daily training and longer ultras, I tend to reach for Stance socks. I think the brand makes many great running socks, and in most cases you can't go far wrong with a pair of their Run Technical socks that come under the performance section of the website. I've run countless blister-free marathons and ultras in the Stance Icon run crew that I've got here. I've got 3 pairs of these that are still going strong after years and years, probably thousands of miles. The thicker fabric works best with kind of daily trainers and trail shoes. There's a real considerable amount of padding in the reinforced heel and the toes, pretty much all the way around the foot actually, and it even extends up to cover the ankle and protect that from sort of rubbing against the sidewalls of the shoes and from those kind of heel collars. And even though I think they do feel kind of super plush and give that kind of nice padded comfort, I don't find that I overheat in these either, so I'm able to run with them kind of through the seasons. Now I'm going to throw in another Stance sock, but I'll do it quickly because Nick talks about these later. But when I'm in race mode, I also love the lighter, thinner Stance Light Crew socks. I think they work even better with the snug fit of the latest carbon super shoes and sort of super trainers. And you get sort of a happy balance of just enough kind of road softening again, and these bottoms are still quite padded under the ball of the foot and the heel and across the top of the toes, but they're thinner elsewhere. They stay kind of nice and light and race shoe friendly. They handle moisture well too. I think it's an excellent kind of mid-cushion sock that's great for longer run comfort. Next up, I've got a sock that I reach for when I go ultra. And a couple of years back, I had a toe sock conversion. I'd always struggled to wrangle my cramped up toes into this style of socks. But I also have this recurring problem with toe-on-toe aggression where my toes sit too close to each other. So after a while, the little pinky gets battered from being trodden on. That isn't great, obviously, for an ultra runner. I then used a toe spacer, which helped kind of spread my toes a bit. And then I tried Wynn's toe separating 5 socks for the Berlin Wall 100 miler a couple of years ago. And it was an absolute revelation, albeit an expensive one. I've now used these socks twice to run 2 22-hour 100-mile ultras along the Berlin Wall Trail. And I've never finished a race with my feet so intact. No blisters, no hot spots, no discomfort. Beyond the toe sock design, the padding puts thicker fabric in all the right places for long haul cushion, and they handle the heat exceptionally well. Both those ultras we were running in 25 degrees and the ventilation was top notch. I now trust these socks more than any others when I'm facing a whole day running. Now I'm a big fan of Swiftwick's line of minimal socks, and they do some excellent merino options as well if you're looking for a natural material sock. If you're looking for a no-show, one pair I really love are the Zero No-Show Ultra Thin. These low-cut socks use thinner fabric that performs well in the hotter weather. There's a small tab on the heel to prevent rubbing, which I really like. But what I really love the most is the Y-shaped heel that moulds to your foot and stays there. You get no slipping, no sliding, no bunching or rubbing. They're also thin enough to work well with closer fitting running shoes, and a great option for shorter races and even kind of hybrid workouts. If you're looking for a great thin sock that works for many sports, these are a really good one to consider. And if you want more coverage, they also come in crew. Final one from me is like a basic staple then, because just like we lace up our daily trainers for regular mileage and then sort of save our running shoes for when things get serious, I kind of take the same approach to running socks. I will train at some point in my race socks so that I'm not doing anything new on race day, but I avoid putting too much mileage and wear into those pricier options. So for soaking up the strain of the everyday mileage, I reach for a reliable, hard-wearing daily workhorse sock. And these Under Armour Dry Run cushion tick all the right boxes for that. You get excellent mid-cushion with extra protection where the impact hits hardest in the heels and the toes. There's a great fit, blister-busting kind of seamless toes as well. And you get effective moisture control from these. That's a lot of performance for a $30 or a £26 3-pack.
So my first pick for my favourite running socks is the Stance Run Light Crew sock. I've been using these socks, or Stance socks in general, ever since really I started running. So I've been using some pairs for the best part of a decade, and they are still in good shape. I still use them, regularly, once or every month or every couple of weeks. So they really are exceptionally durable and comfortable socks, I would say. They dry in a flash. They're quite thick and cushioned, some of these socks, but even so, they don't end up getting soggy or retaining sweat for too long. So I really am impressed by them. And although they're not the cheapest socks in the market by any means, they cost £16.99 in the UK, $19.99 in the US. I do think their durability means that they are good value options, because I have been able to use them pretty much weekly for years now. And while they're maybe not quite as soft as they were out of the box, they are still in really good shape. There's no sign of any holes. They are still comfortable. They also come in a really wide range of different colours and designs, and they even have all the socks for the NBA teams, including my cursed Charlotte Hornets. So yeah, Stance socks will be my top pick for daily use in general. They're comfortable, good designs, just work really well. When it comes to race day, my favourite socks come from Sporks. They're the Sporks running socks. They cost £18 or $25, and you're getting a really nice, lightweight, thin and breathable sock here that fits very well in racing shoes, I find, because it stays very close to the skin. There's no bunching of cushioning or anything like that, so even over the course of a marathon you're not going to get any hot spots or rubbing or bunching of fabric around your toes. Like Stance, there's a load of really nice designs, including my favourite Stay Magic unicorn socks that my daughter got me ahead of a marathon last year, and I use for all my key races now. I've also got some nice Christmas socks, and yeah, they're not going to be as durable, I would say, as the thicker socks out there, things like the Stance running socks, because they are really thin and breathable, but they have held up to a lot of running for me. Like those unicorn socks have gone through quite a few big races now, including 3 or 4 marathons, and they're still in really good shape. So yeah, they're my favourite if you want really lightweight socks and prefer not to have too much bulk on your foot at all. That's the Sporks Run socks. Then the final set of socks I want to highlight are the Kip Run 500 Crew socks. These are a really good, cheaper pair of socks. You pay $6.99, you get 2 pairs of socks. They're pretty cushioned, pretty thick socks, have proved durable for me so far in testing. They've lost a little bit of their shiny white colour through several washes and uses, but other than that, they're still pretty much good as new. And running socks, like everything else in running, seems to be getting more expensive. As always, Decathlon provides a pretty solid, cheaper option with these socks. You're paying £3.50 a pair. Like I say, they're comfortable for me on the long run. They dry pretty quickly. There's a little bit more kind of excess cushioning, I'd say, around the toes than I sometimes like, but I haven't had any problems of rubbing or anything like that. They're certainly protective and comfortable socks. And again, they're going to stand up to lots of running, I think. So you're going to get good bang for your buck in terms of durability and the fact that they are just good value straight up. You don't get a lovely range of designs here, as you do with my other favourite socks, but you can't really go wrong with a couple of pairs of solid white and black socks for £6.99.
Versus is an apparel brand that's been around for a surprisingly long time. Since 2015, it's been working on producing comfortable performance socks that come in a wide range of interesting designs. The Matrix Active Crew socks are the brand's do-it-all option for any sort of activity, from running and cycling to gym sessions or just wandering around town. They've got solid arch support, medium cushioning, and a seamless toe that helps stop blisters before they start. The material's also moisture wicking and breathable, so your feet stay cool and dry even during long workouts. Fabric tech gives a good mix of flexibility and support, and the colours stay bright no matter how many times you wash them. At $14.99, they're a nice mix of comfort, style and performance that come in a bit cheaper than many options out nowadays. Smartwool's been around for a while, and they were actually the first outdoor brand to make performance merino wool ski socks. Since then, they've kept pushing merino tech to make gear that's comfortable, tough and built for all conditions. The Run cold weather targeted cushion crew socks are specifically designed to keep your feet warm when you need it, without being too thick and uncomfortable. They use indestructible technology for durability, a 4-degree fit system that keeps them snug without slipping, and body-mapped mesh zones so your feet can still breathe. The virtually seamless toe also keeps things smooth and irritation-free even on long runs. They're made from a blend that's over half merino wool, which helps manage sweat, control odour, and keep your feet warm when it's cold, but cool when it's not. At £23, they're not cheap, but if you're running through winter or training outdoors, these are built to last. Monkey Socks has an interesting story behind it. The brand's founders, James and Leanne, started the company after James was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis back in 2016. Instead of letting that stop them, they created Monkey Socks in 2018 to raise awareness for multiple sclerosis and inspire people to stay active. What makes Monkey Socks stand out is that each pair is intentionally odd. The left and right socks don't match, which represents how MS can make the body feel different side to side. The Ultra Track sports socks have a double layer quarter cuff for ankle support, a cushioned footbed for comfort, and a breathable mesh upper to keep your feet cool and dry. The seamless toe helps prevent friction, and the plated heel and toe add extra durability. They're made in small batches in Portugal, designed in London, and 50% of the profits go to MS charities. A great pair of performance socks that justify the price tag. Asics has been making top-tier running gear for decades, and their performance run sock is built with the same focus on comfort and performance. These socks are designed specifically for running, with deeper cushioning through the sole to absorb impact and keep your feet comfortable on long runs. Each sock is shaped for your left and right foot, so the fit feels more natural and secure. They use nanoglide technology, which helps reduce friction and prevent blisters, a big plus if you're putting in serious mileage. The mesh knit fabric keeps the socks breathable and quick drying, while the arch support adds a bit of structure without feeling tight. The fabric's mostly nylon with a touch of elastane, so it's soft, flexible and holds its shape after a lot of washes.
So there you have it. That's our list of tried and tested running socks. We hope that's been useful. If so, we'd really appreciate a like, a share, or go full tilt and hit the subscribe button if you're not already. That all helps keep us testing and bringing you the multi-tested running kit advice. Speaking of advice, if you have any killer sock recommendations, help your fellow Run Testers viewers by popping them in the comments below. If you've been out and done hundreds of miles in a pair of socks that you absolutely rate, share that knowledge. It's all helpful. Otherwise, it's been an absolute pleasure, and we hope to see you again soon on the Run Testers. And in the meantime, happy running, people.